I watched a documentary about a Canadian man who went missing in Mexico and the lengths his daughter had to go to get justice for him. But before I get into it, I have to show you guys this because it is almost unbelievable.
Marcella cuts in and whispers something into my dad's ear, and while she has his attention away from the drinks, she drops a powdery substance in his drink and stirs it a couple of times. And then allows him to have 2 or 3 sips.
In 2018, a Canadian man, 68-year-old Malcom vanished while living in Mexico. No trace, no answers. But this isn't just a story about a disappearance. This is about a daughter searching for answers and having to take on one of the most corrupt justice systems in the world and essentially having to get justice for her father herself. The security footage that I showed you earlier should have been a slam dunk when it comes to evidence, but Brooke, Malcom's daughter, quickly realizes that this is a place where bribes speak louder than evidence, and that even if you're a murder suspect, if you know the right people, you can walk free.
I was still fairly naive until Ricardo walked onto the scene. Ricardo took one look at the situation and he said, there's no arrest gonna be made, Brooke. We've got to play this a whole different way. Nobody was ever gonna help us unless we made them help us.
Malcom was a loving father and grandfather. He was also a snowbird who spent a lot of winters in a small expat community just outside of Puerto Vallarta, and up until his disappearance, he was spending a lot of time with his much younger girlfriend, Marcella. Marcella came from a low-income family, and when she started dating Malcom, he changed their lives financially. He bought them a house, and he even paid for her son to go to school. Before he went missing, he was planning on breaking up with Marcella, and she was probably freaked out that he was gonna cut her off financially as well. And on October 27th, 2018, Malcom went to a bar with Marcella in Puerto Vallarta, and it was the last time he was ever seen alive. When Malcom's daughter, Brooke, realized that her father was missing, she quickly reached out to Mexican authorities, but soon realized that they weren't really willing to help, and at points, it even seemed like they were sabotaging the investigation. Brooke was forced to take the investigation into her own hands and had to spend tens of thousands of dollars on hiring investigative journalists, lawyers, and even paying for gruesome evidence.
What did you ultimately choose to do?
I bought the teeth.
This documentary isn't just about one woman's fight for justice, but it's also a story that so many other families have when they have a loved one go missing and they're searching for answers. Malcom is Missing is a chilling reminder that when the system fails, love, truth, and courage must rise in its place. This is such a gripping documentary, and I will be thinking about that security camera footage and all the gruesome evidence that was obtained by Brooke, probably for the rest of my life. Thanks to CBC for reaching out to me and asking me to watch this documentary. This is one that will stick with you for a very long time, and a story that everybody needs to hear. You can watch Malcom is Missing right now on CBC Doc's YouTube channel, and you can follow me at That Documentary Girl on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I watch thousands of documentaries every year, and I post about them daily. Bye!